Hey everybody, how you doing? This is about to be a really fun video. I'm gonna cut straight to the point. 257 Weatherby Magnum bow light testing. I've got 3 different Weatherby loads for this 257, and we're gonna see which one this baby likes the best. I'm gonna give you a close-up of everything here that we're using for this video here in a second, but this is Weatherby's brand new model 307 Range XP model in 257 Weatherby Magnum. Whole purpose of today's video is to see which one of these Weatherby loaded projectiles that this model 307 likes the best. So let me give you a close-up, and then we're gonna go back to 100 yards, do groups of 3, let it cool every single time. This video is going to take a while, but I want to do this right and give everything the benefit of the doubt. Let it completely cool down for every single group. But let me show you an up close look at everything we got going here. Then we're going to go back to 100 yards, start this test, and see what kind of precision we can squeeze out of this baby. Check this out. All right, so real close look at the rig here. Like I said, this is Weatherby's new model 307 Range XP. A couple of different things I'll mention. It has a toolless bolt takedown, real easy to do. Box mag, adjustable cheek riser, adjustable length of pull, fluted bolt, you can see, fluted barrel for the 257 Weatherby Mag. That's a 26-inch barrel. They make these in quite a few different cartridge loadings, both Weatherby cartridges and some others. On top, I've got a real nice piece of glass in a Zero-Tech Vengeance. It's got 25 zoomies on it, good reticle in it. But what we're going to be testing is these 3 Weatherby loadings right here. So we've got a 100 grain Barnes TTSX, that's the blue tip. We've got a 100 grain Interlock, which is a lead tip. Then we've got a 110 grain ELDX, which are those red tips. Most of y'all are probably familiar with most of these, if not all 3 of these. But all of these, we're gonna see at 100 yards what type of groups we can get. I'm gonna do this all off a bipod and a rear squeeze bag. Do my absolute best, take my time, and like I said, I'm gonna let it cool after every single group. Let's go back to the 100 yard bench and get to going. I'm gonna do 2 groups of each. I've already got a little bit of data with these interlocks because that's what I sighted it in. We're gonna document all the data, measure the groups with some calipers, and we'll know. I'm gonna go ahead and take a guess and just guess that it's going to like these heavier ELDXs. Well, like I said, I have no idea. We won't know until we try. But once we know group's the best, we'll know which we should be hunting with, and maybe even doing some long range stuff. I forgot to mention my can. That is my Banish backcountry. This rig in 257 Weatherby weighs 7.5 pounds. So keeping this with a hunting rifle rig theme, put the lightest can I got on there, that Banish backcountry. Does a good job keeping it quiet. That's a 30 cal can, but doesn't add too much to the overall weight. Too much yapping already. Let's get back to the bench and start this test. Real quick reminder, guys, if you haven't checked out the new site, definitely go check it out. Real simple, WHOTEEWHO.com. There's all types of bonus content on there. There's a merch store. We got stuff like these True Timber WHOTEEWHO hats, coming out with new stuff out there all the time, even some new blaze orange hats for hunting season. I'm excited about that. The blog, all kind of extra articles that I'm writing go up on the website. And if you are subscribed to the WHOTEEWHO newsletter, you're automatically entered for a bunch of giveaways we've already given away. Vortex optics, shirts, hats, and other stuff I can't even remember. If anything, definitely make sure you're signed up for the newsletter over on WHOTEEWHO.com. Let's get back to the video. All right, so back here at 100 yards, cold barrel. Got 3 loaded up of those 100 grain TTSXs. Let's see what they'll do. We're gonna do this whole test and I'll edit it in there quick. 1, 2, 3 here of TTSX. That was a good squeeze. Remember, this is sighted in with the interlock, so I'm not going for bullseyes. We're just checking the groups on all these. Good squeeze. Working on a good little group there. Good squeeze. So those pennies, or those circles that I drew down there, just for reference, that's a penny that I circled. First off the bat, it's looking like it likes the TTSX. It's pretty good. Gonna let it cool and come back with 3 more of those TTSXs. Test number 2 of the TTSX, completely cold barrel. Let's see what we can do this time. See if we can beat that first one. Felt like I squeezed that one maybe just a smidge right. This group widened up, but again, it could have been me messing up that first squeeze. We'll see where this one hits. See how it did that again? It put 2 in the same hole after the cold bore. But I think that first squeeze was off a bit of me, but we're gonna let it cool down and we're gonna come back and do 2 groups of the interlock loading. Be right back. All right, so now I've got 3 of the Hornady interlocks loaded up. Completely cool barrel. See what we can do here. When I sighted this in, I was getting 0.8 inch groups with this interlock loading. I'll see if these last 2 go in the same hole like the other ones. That's probably right at a 1 inch group or a little bigger with the interlocks. Let it cool and do 3 more interlocks. Back again. Interlock projectile, cold barrel. Fling 3 of them. So, when I sighted this in with this interlock stuff, I got 2.8 inch groups. Those look to be more like they're about 1 inch. Of course, that was following up some of the TTSX, so maybe that comes into play too, but I'm gonna let it cool, and then I'll come back with 2 groups of the ELDX to finish off the video. All right, now, ELDX. Completely cold barrel. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna bring this bipod down because that target's at the bottom now. Good squeeze. Good squeeze. Ooh, we might have found our winner, guys. These are the ones I guess would do the best too. Now let me try to not mess this up here. Oh, did I mess it up? Well, we'll see here in a second. That's still under a 1 inch group. That might be right at a 1 inch group, 0.9, 1 inch, but I'm gonna let it cool again. And we'll see what I can do here on another ELDX. I think I can do better than that. All right, last group of the test. 3 more red-tipped ELDXs. Really do my best here. I've got to win with these because these are the ones I guess will do the best. So far, I think TTSX is winning as far as best group goes. So, 3 of these ELDXs. Good squeeze. Good squeeze. And good squeeze. That was about like the one before, a little bit bigger. So think the TTSX is gonna win. Let me, I'm gonna let it cool and do one more with the TTSX and we'll see how it does. All right, let it cool for the final time. Like I said, that's a cold barrel. Make sure this baby's on there tight. Yep, that's on there snug. That's still a little warm. But TTSX did the best so far. So I want to give that one another whirl. See how we can do. Good squeeze. Good squeeze. Yep, guys, TTSX is a winner for sure. Good squeeze. And that third one kicked us out a little bit, but still ballpark of those other TTSX groups. Let's go measure all those with the calipers quick. All right, so real quick, let me show you all the data here. TTSX, my very first group of the day, was the best group. That is a 0.5 inch group with 3 flings. I did 2 more of these. The second, immediately after this group, I got a 1.12. I said on camera that I flinched for one of them, I believe, so kind of don't take too much weight to that. And then the very last group we did today was a 0.72. That was actually the second best group that I have ever gotten out of that Weatherby. So TTSX so far is the winner when it comes to that model 307 in 257 Wby Mag. Probably, as it sits right now, that'd be the one that I take out chasing some deer. Then we did the 100 grain interlock. I got a 1.12 inch group and then a 1.29. Yesterday I sighted in with this. Same range, same distance, same everything. And I did 3 different groups, 1.19, which is kind of on par with what I got with those interlocks today. But then I also got a 0.87 with 2 touching and a 0.84 with 2 touching. So the average of those 5 groups with the interlocks is probably right at 1 inch, give or take, with my best being a 0.84. And I got 2 touching twice with that interlock. So why did it not like it today? I don't know. Maybe it's been me. Maybe it's because I followed these after the TTSX. Sometimes they do funny things when you're testing different types of loads. And then ELDX, I did 2 groups with these. This, I got a 1.10, which is similar to what I got with the interlocks today. And then the last one was the worst group that I got out of this today, a 1.73. But all in all, this is why we test all the different stuff, so we can know what that 307 likes the best. And today, we found the TTSX, it likes the best. 0.5 inch group and a 0.7 inch group, both had 2 touching. That's good in anybody's book. But now we know, so far, it likes this load the best. But there you have it, guys. This is a pretty sweet setup. 0.5 inches is the best group that I got at 100 yards. And that was with that TTSX 100 grain projectile loading. But hey, all in all, pretty sweet rig. Probably up one of my favorites now. I like the glass. I like this Range XP 307. Pretty sweet. And with that can on there, recoil isn't crazy. I'd totally feel comfortable with my wife behind this thing. Wouldn't be worried about that. Stay tuned for more. Make sure you're subscribed. Gonna be doing more with this 257. Some long range stuff. Hopefully some deer hunting. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. I've also got to do the chronograph stuff and do the drop charts. So that'll be cool too. Stay tuned if that blows your hair back too. But hey, appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for hanging out. Doing this testing today for the 257 Weatherby Magnum. Appreciate y'all.